when I can receive opinions about me from people. And I barely care. Is water off a duck's back, Mr. Jingle Monsoon says sometimes. And then there are times like right now, and or today, and or this minute, and or like this second right now, one Mississippi, two Mississippi, this Mississippi, when all the opinions that I happen to ingest do weigh moderately heavy on my soul. Way too early to cry. We're gonna suck them back in like you're sick and the snot's running out like a faucet, except it's tears and you just suck it back into your face. My vibe when it comes to the negative Nancy's, if you will, if you react at all to someone treating you in a way that you don't like, that doesn't make you feel good, I feel like, this is just for me, I feel like that's encouraging that to continue. So I like to always ignore. When in doubt, completely ignore. In my real life, in my brain, I don't let myself really respond to stuff that bums me out. But then at the same time, wouldn't it feel great to just fuck it? To just fuck it. I'm getting really sick of the feeling of like dancing on eggshells. There's a lot of SpaghettiOs, don't do something wrong. This is just, you know, what I'm telling my own brain. Don't be problematic. But then also at the same time, what if we're just like, smack that angel off your shoulder like a, you know, overgrown mosquito. It's August and it's so balmy and you're by the lake because your parents rented a cottage and it's not a great cottage, but you can't say anything because they were so kind and they rented it and they invited you, but it kind of sucks and everything's falling apart and you've only eaten uncooked raw oats for days on end and you're very drained because you haven't had any nutrients. And it's supposed to be a family vacation. But guys, hey, did anyone think to bring any cheese? We're eating an ingredient. Why don't we have spoonfuls of flour? What is this family? Guys, I think we need to sit down and realize what sustenance is. Is this a vacation? Because I feel like Oliver. Anyways, so the angel on your shoulder is a mosquito at this terrible family vacation, but that you can't complain about. Just swat it off. Fuck you, angel, boo. I don't want you to die. I'm not a murderer. I'm not gonna, lean so heavy to the devil side that I want to go murdering angels. No. Angels are sweet and precious. Almost on the same level of fairies. I don't need to compare mythological creatures, but we all know the fairies are top tier. So unicorns, lowest tier of mythological creatures. Very, very top. That's a fairy. Mischievous, benevolent, but also like a little like Slytherin vibes, you know what I mean? And then also like, Tinkerbell needed attention so much that she would die if people didn't clap for her. I don't know that much about Peter Pan, but that's what I surmised. What am I talking about? Okay. I'm bummed out today because I have ingested some bummer opinions of me, I guess. Hey, yo, fairy, let's get mischievous up in here. What if I respond to all of the comments that are bumming me out right now that normally I wouldn't let myself because I shouldn't respond to the negativity, but what if we just do it? Fuck it. No more eggshells, my dudes. No, stop it. Okay, someone left a big ass comment and I can't count well, but it was like this long and the words were like this tiny. So you do the math. I don't know, 200,000 words of some sort. It was long. Okay? The person who left the comment was basically saying that what I wear is a shell and it's not who I really am. And I need to get back in touch with my little kid self, my inner child, for lack of a less lame term. And, stop, I guess, hiding. I don't know, went on for 400 years. They also mentioned that they themselves used to wear crazy outfits and they realized it was a shell for them and they feel so much better now that they are more normal. It's like they're accepting themselves as they actually are more now because they're not wearing what they called a shell. That's basically the comment. Okay. I don't want to be a bitch and I don't want to be shady, but for God's sakes, why are clothes so bothersome to people? When I get dressed, when I put an outfit together, I'm putting on what I think looks cool. I am putting on what I like. And this is gonna sound dumb, and anytime I say this to any one of my friends and family, I can tell that they cringe, and I'm not self-aware enough to fully understand why. And please don't explain it to me, because I want to cling on to as much delusion as I possibly can. When I put on my outfits when I go outside, I understand that it's extremely attention grabbing on a very crazy pathological level. I understand that. But when I put it on, I'm just putting on my clothes and I'm going about my day. And I do get annoyed when people constantly ask what my costume is and constantly, oh, where's the party tonight? No, sir, I'm getting an Uber to the grocery store and I'm buying too much kale. Yes, I know it's shameful I buy kale. I'm buying kale and I'm buying smoked salmon and a high quality baguette. And then I'm taking another Uber back home because I'm lazy and it's a problem. Yeah, but I get annoyed when in my mind, I'm just wearing my clothes and people treat me like it's not. And I know that that's dumb because I can understand that it's obnoxious and attention grabbing, and of course I do want attention if I'm wearing this. But I feel like I'm just putting on I'm just putting on my clothes, my dudes. I'm just going about my day. So when people treat me differently, sometimes it bums me out. For me, I don't want to wear jeans and a t-shirt. It's not like, and when I was a kid, this person said I need to get in touch with my child and my true self. When I was a kid, when I felt my best, I would wear princess costumes to the grocery store. I would change my outfits 6 times a day, and my dad he was delighted by it. They would laugh at me all the time. Another outfit change, now I'm a cowgirl. Now I like what I like, my dudes. And some this person who left this comment, they said they wore loud clothing and it was a shell for them. And when they started feeling better about themselves and they got in touch with themselves, they started wearing more normal clothing and they felt better. And that's really cool and perceptive of them that they were able to help themselves. But what works for one person isn't the template for all people. What works for me, being an obnoxious clown all the time, isn't gonna work for other people, and I don't assume that it will. I don't assume that every person that wears jeans and t-shirts every day would feel better if they dress like me, because they're not me. There's never one set thing that works for every person. There's not one set diet, one set outfit, one set life, one set job, one set path, one set relationship. If something works for you, good for you because you figured something out for yourself. But I believe that comments that are critiquing other people or pushing some kind of regimen that worked for one person onto another person, it's about that person who's commenting working something out with themselves. I think it's rooted in some kind of hurt or pain or on some level, some kind of torment. And maybe that sounds, maybe that's some extreme wording, but me, when I have ever left a message, I don't know if I really have, but when I've thought about leaving a critiquing comment or opinion, or I've just even thought a critiquing comment or opinion, I know for me, when I catch myself being overly critical of someone or something I'm watching, it's always because of me. It's always something I'm working through with myself. And the finger that I'm pointing at this other thing, at this movie, at this person, at whatever it is, the finger that I'm pointing is my brain trying to distract myself from me. So if someone's getting so riled up about my fucking outfit, which I understand, yes, I'm not perfect. I have nothing totally figured out. I'm very dumb and delusional and fucked and so flawed and insecure. Yes, all of those things. I'm all of those things. And I understand that it's not great to have identity so wrapped up in anything physical. Yes. And I'm sure I have issues with that maybe at some point I'll want to work through, or maybe I won't. Maybe this is what makes me feel good. It makes me feel like me. It's not a shell, it's expression. And anyone telling me not to express myself, anyone trying to block me from doing what makes me feel free, makes me fucking mad. And you know why that makes me mad? It's not about the other person. It's because I've blocked myself from being free, and sometimes I still block myself from being free, and I don't want to. And that's why it makes me mad when I see it in other people. And this feeling, that's what I see in these comments. I see a hurt person that has more of an issue with themselves than me. So anytime I read a comment that maybe does get under my skin, sometimes I'll type something out that's trying to defend myself. I just don't actually like jeans and t-shirts for me. I think this is what looks cool. I'll stop myself and I delete it, and I just try to send that person love, because if I put myself in that person's shoes, which I have been in my mind before when I'm looking at something super critically for not much just cause, I'm hurt and I need compassion. So I want to read this comment that makes me mad, fuck responding, sending you compassion. Except one time I did respond. One time this person commented on a video I made called Showing What I Look Like When I Was Normal. And they commented, they said, they're like, oh no, I went to high school with this girl. What the hell happened? And I did respond to this one. And I said, she stopped caring about your opinion. Now that's not totally true, because I don't know if you can ever totally separate yourself from other people's opinions. But I work to make it true all the fucking time. The better I feel about myself, the more peaceful I am, the more content I am, the more self-assured I am, the more grounded I feel, the louder I am, the more obnoxious my outfits are, the more comfortable I am with taking up space, with being seen in every realm of my life. And sometimes I can apply that, which works for me, on other people. So I see my stepdad in a red shirt. I'm like, oh, he must be feeling good about himself today. He must be feeling so grounded because his shirt is slightly more obnoxious. It doesn't actually work that way. I know what works for me, and my template isn't anyone else's template. And I don't think it makes the world better by pushing mine on someone else's. Hey, stepdad, you're sad. Put your red shirt on, you dum-dum. Of course, that's what's gonna make, hey, mom, are you crying? Well, that breaks my heart. Put on a robe, slap way too much glitter past your eyebrows, and then, hey, howdy, hey, you're feeling fine. Hey, best friend, aren't you so sad that I accidentally ran your dog over with a car? Just go to a park and scream at a camera for 45 minutes, and that'll do the... I don't even drive, so I've never ran anything over. Just to make that clear. I'm more affected today than I am sometimes, because whatever reason, I don't feel my best. I do feel like a microwaved big toe, if you will. I know I'm in a phase right now where the bummer opinions aren't just rolling off of me like water off a duck's back. But now is not forever.